Hello and welcome to Kiev. My name is Olena, I'm your guide in Ukraine.
In this video, I will try to explain you what are the requirements for visitors to Ukraine as for today, the 26th of June. And the main question is self-isolation for the visitors from the countries, so-called red countries. Is it needed or not? This video will be kind of boring, I guess, because in this video I will not try to entertain you or something. I will try to explain and give information. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, please, because I think not all of you will watch this video till the end. These days in the Ukrainian media, the headlines were like this: Ukraine cancels 14-day self-isolation for foreigners with negative COVID-19 tests. Kiev Post, Ukraine's global voice, like the most respected Ukrainian English-speaking media. All these news are based on one document published on the official website of the Ukrainian government, and it's called Amendments to the Adaptive Quarantine in Ukraine, made by the government. It says that the government decided to give the possibility to terminate the regime of self-isolation or observation for foreigners who cross to the state border in case of a negative result of testing for COVID-19, which was carried out after crossing the state border or entry points. Well, that's quite good news, right? But it has very many unknowns and provokes many questions, and nobody gives you the answers.
Like possibility. Does it mean that it's possible but not guaranteed to terminate the regime? Does it mean that still self-isolation automatically begins, but later, if the test is negative, then it is cancelled?
The third and the most tricky one, you can't just show the negative result of your test that was done recently. You have to make the test after crossing the border of Ukraine, and this document, this text doesn't tell us who will make the test, who will pay for it, how long will it take to get the result, hopefully the negative result, and where should you wait for these results. So what is happening here is like simple people, tour guides like me, journalists, and I'm a journalist as well. So we are just trying, discuss it between ourselves, and we try to understand what that means, what the government means. Is self-isolation cancelled already today? Yeah, what's the situation? No clear, procedures or clear instructions from the government. Today, what I found out today, what's the new thing is that I've reached finally the hotline of the Ministry of Health of Ukraine and asked them the question, like, could you please explain me exactly what is the procedure if my friend is coming from abroad, from the so-called red country? So is he or her free from self-isolation? How will the test will take place? And I was told that yes, we have such a decision, a decree, but it's not officially registered yet, and it will be registered soon and will be published on the official site of the ministry. When? Soon. When exactly? In the nearest days. And what is the procedure of testing? Could you please explain? The procedure and all instructions will be published as well. Just wait. Actually, what is the conclusion? The government promised to cancel the self-isolation for foreigners, but haven't done it yet. But they say it will be done in a couple of days, very soon, any day soon, and I hope that it will happen. But as for today, that means that the old rules are still remain in place. What are those? Everybody, no matter from which country you're coming from, needs to have a medical insurance to cover the possible COVID treatment in case if you get infected. Yeah, that's mandatory for everyone, and the government gave some details that the company who gives you this medical insurance should be registered in Ukraine or should have a contract with a company based in Ukraine. I think it's the same for any kind of medical insurance. It shouldn't be some big issue. I hope so. And the second, the so-called red and green countries.
In the red list, we have about 50 countries. In the green list, much more. Red countries are the countries where the situation with COVID is worse than it is in Ukraine, like the United States of America, for example. the number of the cases is higher than 40 per 100,000 people. So these people who are coming from the red countries, they have to put themselves into self-isolation, but hopefully it will be really changed very soon. Where exactly these people should stay in self-isolation?
You will have to choose. Do you go to the facility chosen by the government, or you go home or somewhere to exact place and stay over there? In this case, you agree to install an application downloaded from the internet, application that will keep the police informed that you stay at home. At first, you have to buy a Ukrainian SIM card with Ukrainian number, because it works only for Ukrainian numbers. Later, you have to download it, register, but make sure to register when you arrive at home in the place of the self-isolation, and activate the program. So how the program basically works, from time to time, but not at night, from time to time, the person will receive a message and a request: take a selfie, a photograph of him, herself at the location. And the program will check is the person really on the place of self-isolation, and if the face on the selfie, on the photograph, is the face of that person who is required to stay at home. So that's the program. I really hope that you will not need to download it and to use it. I really hope that very soon the situation will get better and we will travel again and we will live in the post-COVID period, and that disaster and that nightmare will be over, and we will be living in the world without any diseases, without any disasters, and peace to everyone. Love, like and subscribe, and put a smile in the comments, so I will know that you watched this video till the end. I hope you really did. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.